We are joined by one of our oldest friends in the professional wrestling business, are we not?
Yes.
We had an in-depth conversation with him at the beginning of this podcast about his entire career.
Two-parter.
Yeah, you should definitely go back and listen to that. We also spoke to him the second time last Christmas, so it's like the year anniversary of...
So we ate some pizza at your place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had just gotten back from Japan. Shocker.
It's very nice. So it's kind of appropriate we're doing this again here on...
And spoiler alert, he just got back from Japan again.
And spoiler alert, we had pizza.
Yes.
So he is one half of War Machine, former ROH and IWGP Tag Team Champion, our pal Todd, a.k.a. WarBeard Hanson. Hello. Merry Christmas, sir.
Merry Christmas.
It's lovely to have you here.
It's fantastic.
It's like a Christmas tradition.
You know, he's the second best athlete in his family.
Really?
His brother is an outstanding basketball player.
Is that true?
I saw some video recently.
Yes, only two people have seen this video, and they're both in the room. Not you, Michael.
No,
but the War brought it.
Do we need to edit this off? He's not gonna listen to this, is he?
No. But hey, I'll send him the video too. It's fantastic.
He's very good friends. He's very good friends with my son.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He tells me all the time.
See, I thought you were going to talk about Jimbo the Clown.
No.
Okay, he's pretty athletic.
I'm the second best performer in the family.
Okay, there you go.
The clown.
Eric Bowe. It was Eric Bowe, yeah. Eric Bowe the Clown.
Unbelievable. You talked about that on Cole Cabana's podcast.
Sure did, yeah.
Jimbo the Clown.
Jimbo the Clown.
Your dad is a clown by trade.
Well, he's an electrician, but when he was laid off, he needed to find money somehow, some way for the family to provide for us. And he saw people making a lot of money being clowns, so he just taught himself how to be a clown and slashed his prices and
undercut
everybody and put food in their table.
Who knew the clown game was so cutthroat?
Who knew?
Brilliant. And you did some time as a clown, right?
I did, me and my brother.
That's amazing.
I distinctly remember one time doing a whole ladder bit. Who wouldn't thought that 20 years after that I'd be in the ring doing ladder bits?
Hey, I think I've back-bodied you through a ladder
You
before.
sure did. You sure did.
I've watched that fairly recently. You guys are fucking stupid.
Yeah, well,
those bumps are insane.
It's not
for
the years.
200 people.
It's not the years, it's the mileage.
It ain't ballet, Kingpin.
No, it is not. You guys you guys set it up on the ropes and you body slammed me through it, and that's probably the sorest I've ever been after a match. Like in 16 years, I was really, really banged up after that match. Like not injured. Like that's the sorest I've been without being actually injured. Like I felt like I was in a freaking car wreck. So I can't imagine what you guys from the top of the ladder taking back body drops through felt like.
For the I guess for the listeners, this was a main event of Cold Fury. I don't remember
12. I think it's on the Chaotic Wrestling YouTube page now. It's Cold Fury 12. It's a triple threat ladder match. You, me, and some guy who was on this podcast last week.
Yeah.
The recently retired, or the 1 year retired.
Retired. He's had like 17 comebacks already.
That's true.
The on-camera owner of Chaotic Wrestling.
I can't wait till he comes out and orders people around next show. It's going to be great. Unbelievable.
I'm sure I'll listen.
So last time you were here, Todd, you had just completed your second Japanese tour and was your first for New Japan. So a year later, this is crazy. How many times have you been in 2017?
I don't know. I do not know. Legit. Maybe six times, 7 times, maybe.
He's legitimately the Western Dragon.
Yes. I am 1% Japanese.
I think you are at this point.
I might be. I think 7 times. I'm not sure.
What was the longest trip?
Longest trip. Best of Super Juniors, because then we stayed for a few days for another big show. So it was about a full month. Yeah. This one we just came back from was just under a month too, but I think the other one was a little longer. This one was more grueling, though. The tag league is really grueling. We were there, I think, for 24, 25 days. We had 19 matches. So,
oof.
Yeah.
I saw somewhere online recently where somebody wrote, "Nobody loves Japan," or nobody has more fun in Japan than War Machine.
It's a fact. That's a fact. Hashtag hang with War Machine.
And since he has been a part of New Japan Pro Wrestling, I have not seen this man without an article of clothing that read New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I got
on
two
it.
of them on right now, shorts and coat.
You are an ambassador of the brand.
I sure am.
A two-time IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champion over this past year. 2-month reigns, I think, is what we're looking at here. Something like that.
I think you're right. What was really cool, I mean, the first one was really special and amazing. Wrestling TenCozy, arguably maybe the best tag team in New Japan history. Two legends. That was awesome at Ryogoku at Sumo Hall in Tokyo. At that time, we were still fairly not well known in New Japan because we had just done Tag League and that was it. And then to go out there in front of these with these legends, and then coming out to literally like mild reaction, and by the time the match ended, having the whole crowd on their feet going crazy for us, that was really special. And then the second time we won them, I'm pretty sure I had to check the records, but we're the first New Japan title to change hands on U.S. soil. When we did the LA
G1
special, and won the tag titles there. No DQ against the Guerrillas of Destiny.
How special was that to do that on U.S. soil?
Cool. That's history. We literally made history. That whole weekend was out of this world. The fans in America they're crazy for New Japan.
It's like a cool brand now. This is the way they position themselves. It's like a hip and cool. It's almost like a very reminiscent of when like the NWO got hot or when Austin 316 got hot. Like the New Japan / Bullet Club stuff has really caught fire.
Yeah, and I think New Japan, I think Ring of Honor is a little different now than it was when it first started, and I think New Japan is more like Ring of Honor was when it first started, really focusing on professional wrestling and the sport of it. Ring of Honor's kind of gone away with that a little bit because of the television they've had the past few years. Longer than that, but they've had to present a television product that is less wrestling than it was when it first started. New Japan doesn't cater to television or cater to U.S. television, so they just go out and have wrestling matches and do the sport, and I think that's one of the main reasons why it's so popular.
Yeah, one of the oddest things when we didn't talk about it together on the show. I talked about it by myself on the show. Was the fact that they kept a really authentic presentation, but like the intermission was very unusual. The other thing unusual to American audience is so many multi-man like tag matches.
Yes.
But they kept it a very authentic presentation.
Yeah, very much so.
So you have an action figure. I just saw this on Twitter.
Yes, I can quit.
I was just going to say, it's like a big tentpole moment for anybody that's in this business. How unbelievable is that? Have you seen one?
Speaking of tent poles, calm down there, Crockett.
Have you held one yet? Have you seen one in person?
I have not. I have some on order, on the way to me right now. Anthony Green also ordered one. He's very excited about it. He asked me to autograph it for him.
Oh, we should order one for the Playboy.
Yes.
Playboy is a very big WarBeard Hanson fan.
He certainly is.
But they literally
big in stature.
Oh, God.
They just got them in the warehouse, so I guess orders are going crazy right now. People order them left and right, so that's awesome.
Crazy. Those are like $25, $30 a piece or something crazy.
$30 a piece, yeah.
It's crazy for an action figure.
Plus shipping, so
people are paying for it.
They are
mind blowing, right?
They're going crazy over it, so it's freaking cool, man.
Now
I can quit.
Are you involved in that process with the people at Figures Toy Company?
No, so it went through Ring of Honor.
Okay.
So literally this figure, I don't know, I've been talking to a few people about it, but this has been in production for like 2 years. Literally, they took the pictures of us for these figures, AJ's last show with Ring of Honor.
I remember talking to you about this.
Yeah.
Like mentioning to me, like they took your picture for action figures.
Yeah, and here we are 2 years later, and it's coming out.
I know it was an issue because they did the first series for ROH had Kevin Steen in it. And then it didn't come out until after he was already in WWE.
I think that's tend to happen with like all of their series of figures so far. Because I think like the second series was like Cole, O'Reilly, Fish. Like the only ones I think
this one technically, and I don't know if they come out yet, but the series that I'm in's got Moose and ACH for Ring of Honor.
Yeah, the only ones that are like you guys, and then like Taven or something, right? Has one, or Dalton Castle or something, right?
Taven, yeah.
Like the only guys still like kind of around there.
Yeah. That's nuts. It's nuts to think about. It takes a long time, But I can't believe it came true. My brother's really excited.
When he's not playing basketball, he's going to be playing with figures.
When he's not playing basketball. Yes.
So I was looking on.
The funny thing is, doesn't go with the way action figures, not to steal your thunder,
Sure.
but I think, and I'm sure you kind of feel the same way. It's so ironic that, like, literally in the same month, you and Tommaso's first action figures have come out for different companies at the same time. Like,
Gave me goosebumps.
mind blowing, absolutely mind blowing.
It's nuts.
You have a long history with Tommaso. I don't know how much we've talked about it. We've talked to you in the past.
Well, I think there's an episode that we can't release that we've probably covered it a little bit.
So, you started, you were here, and Tommaso signed up, right? We're at the New England Pro Wrestling Academy, the former Chaotic Training Center.
Yeah.
But you guys, how many times have you wrestled? I mean, there's no way you can really tell, right?
In this building, I remember one specific time in this building that he went to kick me in the back of the knee and hit me right in the back of the ball sack. And it was the worst experience of my life. So here we wrestled more than I ever could imagine.
We like to work tight here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we've wrestled. We've feuded. God, maybe every promotion that we've worked together, even Ring of Honor, we've wrestled. So, yeah, there's been quite a few matches between us.
Just thinking about wrestling in this building, you were injured once wrestling in this building, weren't you? Did you do a baseball slide?
Yeah.
I sure did. I brought him to the hospital.
Yeah. I tore every ligament in my ankle.
Yeah.
Were you living next to me at the time? Is that? We let you live next to me. We were working undercover wear, and then still coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
No. I was living in Salem. I live in Salem, New Hampshire.
But we were carpooling still,
we
or
were
something.
Carpooling,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought so. I knew there was something along those lines.
So lots of things have happened here in these walls.
Yeah.
I was actually looking on Wikipedia today, doing my research as I tend to do for the podcast.
You have to do research on this guy?
Just
Good
see
God.
if there's anything. We've talked to him a bunch. See if there's anything I missed. And nothing made me happier than looking at your list of ring names. And at the very top, it says Don Chesterfield on your Wikipedia page.
As it should.
And one of your hometowns overseas.
Yes. Perfect.
Unbelievable. Have we talked about Don Chesterfield, the Duke of Elegance, here on the podcast?
Hey, when War Machine runs its course, maybe,
Yeah, that's in my back pocket. Trust me.
Now, how do you feel about this whole thing? This is you went in a completely different direction. You were Handsome Johnny in Chaotic Wrestling, and what was it? You wanted to change? You were looking for something different?
Yeah. And I did the Duke of Elegance in backyard wrestling as a joke, but I just started doing it here as a joke at the school, just fooling around, and everyone loved it or was entertained by it. So I started doing it not in Chaotic, but other shows, EWA.
Yeah.
Front row. Yeah.
Did we do a dog collar match or something with you as the Duke?
In Orange, we did dog collar match. Yeah. And the dog collar broke.
It sure did.
But so and it worked really well in EWA, and then Front Row is really good. And when I hurt my ankle, like you just mentioned, that was the chance or opportunity for me to bring the character to Chaotic. And when we brought it to Chaotic, it was not the way that I had used it in EWA. So the way it was used with the Squire.
Oh,
the Squire.
Boy. Yes, I do.
And then with Duchess Damon, it wasn't the Duke that I had created. It was this weird version of the Duke that just didn't get over in any way, shape, or
Do you
form.
remember when you ordered that cape and it wasn't quite like what you were expecting? Or maybe it wasn't the first time you wore it. Maybe it was after it had been in your gear bag and you brought it out. Was it all like
crinkled
and looked horrible?
The silver.
You had to like wear the reverse.
Yeah. It was. That was from my next's mom. She made that.
Oh, really?
Yep. She failed.
Oh.
So how did Don Chesterfield? How did we lose Don Chesterfield? How did he pass? What I try to think of. Oh, the next injury.
I had the fractured spine. I had to take time off, so it was a tables match. Me and Damon. I'm sure you remember this.
Lawrence?
Yeah,
it was in Lawrence. It was me and Damon against Tommaso and Max. And halfway through, Damon went through a table on his own. He wasn't put through a table. He went through a table on his own, and the referee made a decision that Damon was eliminated.
Uh-oh.
Was that me?
Referee was Michael Crockett.
Conveniently forgot that off your worst matches. Huh?
That's out of my mind.
Conveniently.
So we had to do the whole match pretty much, or over half the match, just me against Tommaso and Max.
Oh, good job.
Oh, you can handle that,
You
right?
literally broke the man's back. You piece of garbage. You broke his back. You cost him a year of his career.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying?
You
Yes.
son of a bitch.
Oh, my God. I feel awful.
No, you don't.
I wanted to see more Don Chesterfield.
But that was the death of the Duke.
That's a shame.
They should name the show that.
Yeah, death of the Duke.
Sounds like a great show name.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So since we had you on last December, we lost Eric Arsenault, Mucko.
Yep.
He was somebody who really pushed for you really early on in your career, right?
Yeah. Him and Pants, they believed in me from the beginning, yeah.
So they were at your first show, is that correct? For NWA New England?
the first match they ever had. Mucko and Pants were there. It was I wrestled Tiger Mulligan for NWA New England. He needed an opponent, and they just grabbed me for the match. And Mucko and Pants were there, and they saw the match, and their reaction was that wasn't that bad, which prompted them to want to use me for Chaotic, because the talent pool in New England, or even in New England at the time, wasn't very good. So me having a match that wasn't that bad piqued their interest enough to want to use me. So, but that was my first match ever. I never had a match before that, especially in front of a live crowd. I think I did some stuff at the studio, Melrose, where I got jobbed out. But yeah, they believed in me from day one.
You know what you've been really lucky with from the beginning, since you started to really, have this, international success, is nobody's been releasing all these pictures of you with all the various looks you had early on.
I know,
and saying I don't think there's a lot of people, even maybe people who, not obviously people who know you well, but I bet you there's people who encountered you as Handsome Johnny back in the day who have no clue, that it's the same person.
There are, and sometimes people figure that out. And it's a shock. I love sometimes people will tweet me and be like, yeah, you kind of look like a wrestler from New England who used to wrestle as Handsome Johnny back in the day. You ever meet him or something silly like that? Yeah, exactly. But no, actually, I every once in a while I'll post a Throwback Thursday picture of me from back in the day, and it blows people's minds. But it's hard to find pictures from that early time period because the internet wasn't... For wrestling, it wasn't that huge at that point in time. Pictures off your cell phone and stuff like that wasn't
terrible.
that. Yeah, it wasn't that good. Even if you go back to look at Mike Jass's old pictures, his site only goes back to 2005 or 6. So all those years before that, there just isn't much. Thank God there isn't much
private collection.
Yeah, there isn't much photographic evidence of the grotesque human being I used to be.
Well, we did find out on the recent episode of the Steve Austin show with Sasha Banks that you were indeed not handsome.
No, she informed the world that Handsome Johnny was ugly,
and then gave the most half-hearted apology I've ever heard.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yep. It's good. It's good.
You ain't got no alibi.
Wrap it up. Take it home.
Oh, my God. Your first Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes.
Wrestle Kingdom 12, January 4th. You're going back to Japan. When do you leave?
New Year's Day.
Really? So do you have stuff to do before that? You do press conferences and stuff like that beforehand? Or
this is our first Wrestle Kingdom, but I guess, yeah, there's a press conference, and then there's the Wrestle Kingdom, and then there's the Corkin show after that. So it's 2 shows. We're excited. This is cool. This is New Japan's version of WrestleMania. So it's a Tokyo Dome. Literally, to tease, every time we go over there for New Japan, they put us in the Tokyo Dome Hotel, which if you open the curtain of the Tokyo Dome Hotel, you see the dome right there. So it's just a tease. So over a year long tease, us staring at the dome. You have to walk by the dome to get into Corkin Hall. So every time we have a show, it's dome, 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 dome. So we're excited to finally get inside of it.
And you are competing in a gauntlet match for the never open weight 6-man tag team championships. You and Ray Rowe and War Machine, and your tag team partner is Michael Elgin.
Yeah.
Now,
sad trombone.
There's a lot that's been said about Michael Elgin, and some of it's been said by you and Ray Rowe in the ring, during matches, after matches, on New Japan's website on njpwworld.com. I mean, what is the status between the two of you and Michael Elgin going into the 6-man tag team gauntlet?
Well, I think we're going to tell him when we see him. We don't like him. He's a piece of shit. Period. But I guess you don't have to like somebody to go win a championship with them or to work with them. So we're not going to Wrestle Kingdom to be friends. We're going to Wrestle Kingdom to win the 6-man titles. So that's pretty much what it comes down to.
So he might not be your friend, but it seems like you and Jeff Cobb have become very friendly. I see lots of photos of the three of you hanging out. How do you feel about Jeff Cobb?
He's awesome. I'd love to do what Michael Elgin couldn't do, and that's put Jeff over right now.
Oh my goodness.
Jeff is awesome, and he's legit. He's a former Olympic wrestler. I think he wrestled in the Olympics for Guam. I don't know. You got the internet in front of you. I'm pretty sure it was for Guam, and his mom's from Guam.
He's freakishly strong, too, right?
Super, super strong. Elgin, not so strong. Jeff Cobb, super strong.
I saw him wrestle JT Dunn, and it was like he had a fucking rag doll.
Yeah, he pump handle suplexed me like I was JT Dunn. he's hugged me. He is a strong, legit dude, and one of the nicest guys I've ever met in wrestling. We teamed with him before a 6-man tag match against British Strong Style in OTT in Ireland. That match was awesome and insane, and he is legit. He's everything that you believe a wrestler should be. He is legit.
So how many Ribera Steakhouse jackets do you own at this point?
I only have one.
Okay.
It's hard to get my size. I'm large. I've been there 4 times, I think.
Yeah.
Ribera's good.
It's good stuff.
It's rite of passage for Japan. Oh,
yeah.
There's no Pepper Lunch, though. Pepper Lunch is the place to be. You guys ever go to Japan, Pepper Lunch is the place to eat.
Pepper Lunch. That's the name of the restaurant?
War Machine sent me?
Yes. If you go to the Sudabashi Station one, tell them War Machine sent you.
Wow.
Perfect.
So you graduated from eating at 7-Eleven?
Oh, no. 7-Eleven's the rest of the tour. But when we're in Tokyo, Pepper Lunch is the place to be.
So Wrestle Kingdom, I mean, just how we talked about how New Japan is kind of blown up in 2017, but the fact that Chris Jericho wrestling Kenny Omega for the IWGP US Championship on the show, how big is getting Chris Jericho as part of New Japan Pro Wrestling, at least for this night?
It's huge. I think it's bigger for the American audience than it is for the Japanese audience. It's just it helps New Japan expand. I mean, their plans are to expand into the United States, obviously, with the USA shows and stuff like that, and the New Japan World. So getting Chris Jericho is another way to expand the brand into the United States globally, because Chris Jericho is globally recognized. I don't know how much it does for the Japanese audiences and the Japanese ticket sales, for that matter, but globally, it's a big deal. And Wrestle Kingdom every year, from what I understand, international ticket sales go up higher and higher and higher. And this year, when tickets went on sale, they sold out of the international tickets like that, and they had to reissue more international tickets to sell for the event. So
crazy.
Yeah, this year will be the biggest by far for international sales.
And I would think that njpwworld.com would have a few more subscribers as well, looking in on January 4th.
Yes, and I firmly believe that Kenny Omega might be the best wrestler in the world right now, and wrestling Chris Jericho, Wrestle Kingdom is going to be huge.
So what do you see for New Japan in 2018? I mean, we're starting off, obviously, with Wrestle Kingdom in the Tokyo Dome, but what do you see for the outlook for New Japan in the new year?
It looks great. I think the USA expansion is going to be definitely something to keep an eye on. I know they're going in March, maybe a week or two before WrestleMania, back to LA, and that's in March. So I bet you anything they'll do more shows in America other than just the one in March. So I think their USA expansion is something to look at and keep an eye on as the new year hits.
So you've competed for Ring of Honor as well as New Japan in 2017. What's been the highlight of your time in Ring of Honor in this year?
We had a couple very memorable matches with the Young Bucks this year in Ring of Honor. One was a house show in Indianapolis, and then the other one was Honor Rising. It was actually in Japan, but it was for Ring of Honor. Those matches were big for us because we had to go out there and prove that we are one of the best tag teams in the world, when a lot of times we've been spinning our wheels in Ring of Honor, not getting the matches that would highlight us, would give us the opportunity to go out there and show the world what we can do. But a couple matches with the Young Bucks, a title match against the Motor City Machine Guns in Philly, that was big for us too. Just getting those opportunities to say, hey, here we are. We're one of the best tag teams in the world. Open your eyes, look at us. I think historically we've been in a lot of 4-way tags, 3-way tags, things where we weren't able to have the spotlight on us. But we had a few matches this year. We were able to get the spotlight put on us. And those Bucks matches and the Machine Guns match, those are big matches for us.
Now, I know that the Kingpin's a little modest, but what's it been like to have your old friend, Brian Aloneness, coming along to Ring of Honor these past few months?
It's awesome. I don't know if I told him. When he was in the Top Prospect tournament, I got teary-eyed like a little baby.
We had a little. You were actually, you were there in Baltimore when I found out. Hunter told me, and we had a little moment.
Yeah,
a little moment.
It's awesome, and I get goosebumps right now thinking about it. The stuff we did for TV coming up for Ring of Honor, it's exciting. And
no spoilers for Michael.
No
spoilers.
No
You
spoilers.
You can't.
No spoilers, but it's must see because you get really excited thinking about what's next, and it's the whole year. The whole year's coming up, and I hope everyone's watching because it's going to be exciting.
There's a lot this year that is.
Michael's just excited for the potential listens of my name getting notoriety. Other than that, he couldn't give a crap.
Finally,
finally having to sit by me for 2 years here might pay off for him.
So 2018 is going to be a big year, and you and Ray Rowe, your names have been on the tips of a lot of people's tongues when it comes to 2018.
You saying Meltzer said?
Meltzer said at the last Ring of Honor show, I didn't see all the spoilers, Brian, but I did hear that War Machine bowed to all four corners as they were leaving the ring, all four sides of the ring, I should say. People were speculating. There's a lot of speculation out there online. What can you say about what is in the future for War Machine?
Well, first off, the speculation is silly.
Oh.
Because just the speculation about the bowing, because literally Ray and I have bowed after every single match that we have had since last year's Tag League. So when the online goes crazy about us bowing, I lose my mind because we've done it for an entire year. But what's the future for Ray and I? I mean, we've been free agents for a full year now. So I know next year it'd be nice to sign a contract and settle down with a promotion and have guaranteed income coming in and take less indie dates. But officially, there's nothing signed. There's no contracts officially signed. So what our future is, hopefully it's bright, but nothing is certain. So
what he's saying is Dave Meltzer's full of shit. So go tell your buddy Dave,
oh my
Mike
God,
Crockett, that he's full of baloney.
It's full of malarkey. Oh my goodness! I was hoping we get the exclusive here. I mean, we've known this guy forever. Why can't he just spit it out and tell us what's going to happen? No? Okay.
I don't know. Nothing official.
Nothing's official. Nothing's official. But you're talking to lots of different places. Can we say that?
Yeah.
I know where he's going to be in 2018 in January.
Where's that?
Be at Chaotic Wrestling.
Oh,
I am. We can drop that right now. January 12th, I will be at Chaotic Wrestling.
Make your big return.
That's that's not announced yet. So that's the big.
Oh, did I just spoil something? Hopefully, I didn't spoil something.
The big scoop.
There you go. You got your exclusive.
There you go.
You got your exclusive.
You got your exclusive.
This is gonna blow up online.
WarBeard Hanson is going to Chaotic Wrestling,
yes,
where he's been the last 15 years.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I have. I sure have. Yep. Yeah, I was there when you debuted and blew your knees out. So yeah. Yep.
You were there when this lady sitting next to you was managing me every weekend.
Yeah. Every single one.
The lovely Cherry Payne is here as well, listening to this. I'm sure listening to these conversations that she's had to listen to for 15
time.
or so years now.
It's torture.
Todd, I said to you the first time you were on here, and I'll say to you again, she was mine before she was yours.
Okay.
So Chaotic Wrestling, you're coming back January 12th. What's your favorite Chaotic Wrestling memory? Do you have any like weird Chaotic Wrestling stories? Anything you can think of from your long, that we've documented here, your very long tenure with the company?
I would need something to spark a memory. I can't just spit them off my head. There's too many to...
I can give a few.
There you go.
I've gotten 2 concussions from this guy.
One was from my asshole.
Yes, we did. We did talk about this recently.
And then up in Littleton, New Hampshire, was it another like 3-way with me, you,
With
and
Fury? Yeah.
Oh my
Jesus.
God, how many times have we done this match?
That was only months before the match. Because someone got hurt. Was it Julian got hurt going into that Cold Fury?
Like I think like every competitor who was supposed to be in it got hurt, and then they went back to old reliable, the 3 of us.
Old reliable. I wrestle hurt.
You were going to give Fury a superplex, and then I came to give you the power bomb, and I had from his grundle to the tip of his penis just rub against my face as I was trying to get up through his crotch to give. Because Todd's a big guy. There's not a lot of room in
With the big
there.
grundle.
So then I had to get up in between his legs, and yeah.
Tower of Doom.
Very intimate.
Tower of Doom.
Emphasis on doom.
Yeah. Yes. It was a horrifying experience.
Yeah, there's plenty of amazing things that have happened. You know, one story, it's not really a funny story, but that I don't really tell often. I don't know. I don't think you reffed, but I remember talking to you as I was getting brought out of the ring. When I wrestled Psycho in the Psycho's Rules match, the finish was the T-bone from him through the ladder in the corner. Psycho, not very strong, went to pull me over, and timing was off, and my face went into the rungs of the ladder, and my 2 front teeth grinded down. And I'm pretty sure it was you who came to check on me, and I had all of the grindings of my teeth on my tongue, and I was trying to ask you without moving my tongue what my teeth were like, and you had no idea what I was saying. But my 2 front teeth shaved down. Both of them are half fake right now. And then, because it was for Chaotic TV, I had to cut a promo, which they should have done earlier in the day, but they didn't. They did it after the
Chaotic
match.
was always good for that crap. When you're purple faced, terrible. Hey, let's take pictures. Hey, let's do a promo.
So I'm purple faced, blown up, terrible with
no teeth.
2 half teeth in my front here, and I cut the promo with a lisp because of my teeth for television.
The good thing is your girlfriend at the time was very compassionate, took care of you.
Oh, yeah. She wasn't angry at all. Not one bit. Nope.
Interesting girl. Interesting girl. Can't imagine why you're not still with her. No offense, Cherie. I mean, this girl was just lovely. This girl was lovely, and just all the compassion she showed for the man she loved when he was hurt.
Yeah.
No, she was horrible. She was more concerned with this guy, how much money it was going to cover her. I was like, wait, that's her concern right now? This fucking
can't
dude
afford that?
Yeah. It's clearly he did it on purpose.
Well, when I went in Monday morning, I had emergency teeth surgery.
Do you really need your teeth?
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I remember seeing her after the match and literally seeing steam come out of her ears. Her hair, the spikes turned into flames, and just red eyes. Yeah, I remember. It was horrible.
So the owner of Chaotic Wrestling at the time, Jamie Jermakowski, helped you out maybe with your...
Yeah, no, I got 2 hours off of work. No problem. Yeah. Undercover wear, yeah, no problem.
And now Jamie has sold Chaotic Wrestling. Do you have any memories or thoughts to share about Jamie Jermakowski walking away from Chaotic Wrestling after, 18 years?
I don't know, something like that.
Something like that.
He probably should have done it 16 years ago. No, Jamie held Chaotic afloat and really pushed it hard for many, 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 many years. Kept it around, kept the school around. Always treated me well. I always had a job when I was here. So pretty much, it was either chaotic wrestling or undercover wear or whatever. But Jamie always helped me out, making sure I had work and I was getting paid and I could get food on my table. So I had nothing but good things to say about Jamie.
So
he always had food on his table, even if it was from the salad bar at Fuddruckers.
healthy leftovers, guys. Healthy leftovers. Yeah, but like go over to Jamie's house and
I would love some scrambled eggs.
yeah. Man would offer to make us scrambled eggs.
It was just you should probably put that in the context. We were working undercover. Was it Matt Logan? I think it was Matt Logan. Me, you, and Matt Logan. Is this the one we had to remove that 900-pound
it was brutal,
fucking vanity or something across the street? This thing was like,
I feel like it was a safe.
It was made out of cement. Like it looked like wood, but it was clearly cement.
Yes.
I mean, it weighed so much, and then
it's good on Hanson's back, I'm sure.
We get back, and you know when like somebody's being nice when you're at their house, and you're like, oh, can I get you guys anything or whatever? Like, you know, and usually like, you know, everybody else, oh, you know,
that's okay.
Yeah. Like Larry David would have been appalled at Hansom's behavior. Hanson, you know, do you guys want some eggs? I would love some scrambled eggs so vigorously.
I love scrambled eggs. I love them.
Apparently.
Yes, they're great. And she offered, man. We weren't getting anything else out of it. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Always hungry, this guy.
Yeah.
We talked about Jamie. What do you have to say about, were you surprised that Brian Fury is the on-camera owner of Chaotic Wrestling?
Am I surprised?
Yes.
No. Why would I be surprised?
I don't know. It seems like an odd move.
How long till this guy puts himself over for the title?
Brian Fury
guys, there's nobody I can trust more than myself. I mean, I know I'm not leaving the territory.
That's true. Well, as long as Fury lets me know when to get him one of my old Fupa covers, will be good.
Hey, thanks for letting us use your office, Vern.
Oh, hello.
Oh, wow, another guest at the door.
Come in. Oh my God, we got all sorts
of... It's okay, darling. We're just recording a podcast here.
My goodness gracious.
Make like a tree. Get the hell out of here.
It's all falling apart. We should
that's two Back to the Future references.
There you go.
That's good.
We should probably start to wrap up with Todd here as we're... this is really... degenerating into something that's all kind of interruptions and I don't know why Brian Fury wants to get into his own office.
I feel like me and Fury with the wrestling podcast about nothing right now have a little George Costanza, Fragile Frankie Merman thing going on. It's the winter me.
Well, Todd Hanson, handsome Todd Hanson, WarBeard Hanson, Duke of Elegance, Don Chesterfield. It's been great to have you here once again on the wrestling podcast about nothing, and hopefully we can have you on again. I don't know what the future holds.
I hope.
Well, thank you.
What does Meltzer say about it? Let's see what Meltzer says about it. Because is WarBeard going to be available for guests? Ask your buddy Dave Meltzer.
We'll look into that. But thank you very much, WarBeard Hanson from War Machine. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
For more on the wrestling podcast about nothing, subscribe to us wherever you get your favorite podcasts, or find us on our website, thewpan.com. That is thewpan.com.